So you finally decided to start a YouTube channel. Now what? What's up guys, my name is Marc Steiner, and today we're going to be talking about everything I wish I knew when I first started YouTube. So recently a bunch of my friends have started YouTube channels after years of debating whether or not they should, and this might sound like a familiar story if you're watching this video. So because of that, I've been mentoring them and telling them all the tips and tricks that I know to get them started, and I thought, why not make this video that benefits you? So here's everything I wish I knew when I first started my YouTube channel. If you've already decided you want to start a YouTube channel, you probably already know the kind of content you want to create, but if not, this next part's for you. There are two main forms of content on YouTube: educational and entertainment. Are you helping people learn something new? Are you informing them about something, say a product review, or are you just purely entertaining with no educational value whatsoever? From what I've personally seen, especially in the creative niche, is that you want to add value. You want to bring something to the table. What does that mean? That means that you want to help other people, and other people are going to be looking for you because they want that help. When you're doing something for your audience, they start to form that trust and that bond with you. The biggest videos on my channel are lens reviews and one longboard review, and that's because I like to review things that I know people are going to be spending their hard-earned money on, and they want to know whether or not it's worth spending that amount of money on. When you can lay out the pros and cons of a product and then insert your own opinion into the equation, people are going to respect that and appreciate it. And once that starts to happen, that's where your personality starts to shine. If you're not really adding value, then no one really cares who you are. But you can also go the route of entertainment. I know I watch a ton of gamers and personalities and vlogs that don't actually teach me anything, they're just purely entertaining. David Dobrik is a great example of this. He doesn't actually add value to anything, but you appreciate the vlogs because they're just hilarious. You don't need to be a pro gamer or a pro cinematographer to get that kind of audience. You just need to be semi-decent at what you do and have a good personality. What you want to do is look at the most successful people in your niche and then emulate what they do. Whether that's gaming, vlogging, makeup, tutorials, it doesn't really matter. Watch what those successful people are doing, how they're creating their videos, how they edit their videos, the kind of given style of the genre, and then you'll be able to know what kind of content you should make. And yes, you are going to have to decide on a niche. You can't be a camera channel and a gaming channel and a travel channel. It's not gonna work. If someone finds one of your videos and they're like, wow, this is great content, and they go to your page and realize that that one video was an outlier because the rest of your channel is not like that at all, they're not gonna subscribe. People wanna know what kind of content to expect from you when they're subscribing. If you're that dead set on having more than one niche that doesn't really interact well with one another, I'd recommend splitting those into multiple channels. The actual content and personality of your channel are far more important than the technical quality of your videos. I think a lot of the time people see other people, especially YouTube personalities, and they see this over-the-top character that they have in their videos. And I think for the long run, that's not very healthy. I think what you want to bring to the table is your real self. And sure, when we record these videos, we're more energized, we're excited, so we're, the best version of ourselves, but we're not portraying some crazy character. I think we should portray our true self just with a little bit more energy. And I think that real personality, people are going to gravitate towards that, and they're going to appreciate that longer into the future, because if you don't have a real personality and you're portraying a character, that's not going to last in the long term, and people can tell it's fake. Take, for example, John Krasinski's channel. He's a famous actor, he started a YouTube channel, he blew up overnight, that's not surprising. But what is surprising is how he did it. He saw a niche that wasn't being filled, especially in this time of quarantine when there's all this crazy news going around, and what he decided to do is start his channel called Some Good News. And that's great, he just highlights good news that's going around the world. That's something that no one else really sees, and we just need that uplifting thing in the beginning of the day, and you're just like, you know what, the world isn't horrible. So he started his channel, and you know what he shot it on? He shot it on his iPhone and his computer webcam. He didn't have crazy equipment, but people were drawn to his personality and his content because that's what they want to see. And that's what people are going to be doing with your channel as well. You don't need a crazy expensive setup to get started. You just need to have a good personality and bring something to the table that people are genuinely interested in. Speaking of equipment, I think that you should look at your phone before you buy something. It's super powerful and you have no idea just how good it is. The cameras shoot in more than 4K, they have high frame rates, they do everything you need it to do. You can download apps that allow you to shoot higher quality video and have more manual control, and there's a great mic built-in. I literally just told my friends who wanted to start a podcast and they're like, hey, what mic should I get? I don't have that much money. I'm like, dude, record with your phone. And just to prove my point, I'm going to be recording the rest of this segment on my phone. The closer you get the mic to your mouth, the better, because of the proximity effect. It's going to make it sound boomier and that more broadcasty voice, which is really what we want to hear, especially on a microphone like this. So the closer, the more high quality audio you're gonna pick up. If you're a gamer, you really don't need all that fancy recording equipment. If you're on PC, you can record your screen and then record into your phone for audio. If you're on console, you can record directly onto the console and then put it on a USB so you can edit it, or you could stream directly to YouTube and Twitch directly from your console. There is no excuse to not start a gaming channel. If you're still dead set on buying equipment to start your YouTube channel, the first thing I'd recommend is a good mic. And now I'm gonna switch to my studio mic. Depending on the kind of content you wanna make, like a gaming channel for example, you really don't need a camera. What you need is high quality audio. And honestly, high quality audio is more important than high quality video. You can totally watch a garbage video that's 480 or 720, not shot well, but if it has trash audio that you literally cannot allow your ears to listen to a second longer, people are not going to watch your video, and that's why audio is so important. If you're looking to buy a microphone, I highly recommend the Blue Snowball or the Blue Yeti. I've absolutely loved my Blue Yeti for the past 4 years and have just upgraded to this microphone. There's also the Rode NT USB mini microphone that just came out, comes in at $99. Great quality. If you're on a Mac, you have GarageBand pre-installed, so you can record on that, or you could download this free piece of software called Audacity and record in high quality audio there. If you do want to have an on-camera personality and you're dead set on buying a camera because you don't want to use your phone, I'd highly recommend the Sony a6100. Great little camera, has amazing autofocus, good audio quality, does everything you need it to in a small package, and it's relatively affordable as well. I'd also recommend a shotgun mic if you're taking that route, so I'd look into something like the Deity D3, comes in at $99, has a plethora of features, and it's super easy. All right, enough about equipment. Let's say you've shot your first YouTube video. What about editing? Sure, maybe you're a one-take wonder, and if you are, that's great. Hit upload and you're good to go. But for most of us and many of my friends, they want an editing application that they can edit their videos in. If you want to do some good editing that isn't going to make your head explode, I'd highly recommend editing on a computer, not your phone, because that's just such a headache on such a tiny screen with the touch gestures. It's going to make your life so much more difficult. Just do it on your computer. It's so much easier. iMovie is a great option if you're on Mac. It comes pre-installed and it's super easy to use. And I'm sure there's a PC equivalent. But the piece of software that I'd highly recommend that seems to be flying under the radar, especially on these articles about the best free editing software, is DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci Resolve is a professional level editing application that'll just make your life so much easier. It used to only be known as a pro color grading tool for video editors, but now it's really come into its own as a full editing application in the past year or so. It's fairly intuitive and easy to get started and offers a lot of the power you see on pro level editing software that you have to pay for, aka the Adobe suite. And it'll do more than you need it to, especially at a beginner level. Just because it's free doesn't mean it's not good. There is a paid version that has a couple more features, but honestly, you're never gonna really need them, and I don't even need them unless you're editing 8K and doing some crazy 3D tracking. Those features aren't for you, and the free version is more than enough. I've been trying to teach myself DaVinci Resolve because it's so good and so well optimized compared to the competition out there. I'm looking at you, Adobe, and there's tons of tutorials on YouTube so you can teach yourself and get started fairly easily. All right, let's talk about music. You don't want to get any copyright strikes or have your video demonetized or muted or taken down because of your music choice. So how do we get around that? We have to use music that's not going to get us in trouble. YouTube now has its own audio library. This is something that didn't exist when I started YouTube, and it's a great resource for all you starting YouTube. There are some gems in there that are really, really good, and you just have to dig through and find an artist or genre or song that really finds your style and goes along with the video. They're there. There's a lot of junk in there as well, but if you look hard enough, you'll find some good songs in there. With those songs, you won't be fearing any of the things we just talked about, so you're 100% good to go there. All right, now let's say you've shot, edited, and exported your video. Now it's time to upload. Drag and drop your file into the YouTube upload. While it's doing that, think of a catchy title. You don't want to make it horribly clickbaity because that will ruin the trust of the first few people who click on your video. What you want is a good title that goes along with your thumbnail, draws people in, and makes them understand what the video is about in about 5 seconds. Take this example from my channel. It's a picture of me staring at 2 lenses with the title Lens versus Lens, which is better. Right off the bat, you know what this video is about. I'm comparing 2 lenses, and now you want to know which one is better. I've drawn you in. Is it a little clickbaity? Maybe, but when people click on the video, I'm not suddenly talking about chickens, I'm comparing the two lenses that I was talking about in the title and the thumbnail. So it's not really clickbait, it's just interesting enough to draw people in. Speaking of that, a good title and thumbnail are so important. And yes, we know on some level that these things are important, but I just didn't realize how important until fairly recently these things are. I'll spend more time on the thumbnail and title than sometimes I do editing or shooting the video, because I know if no one clicks on it because the thumbnail and title aren't good, all that work was for nothing. You could literally have the next Hollywood blockbuster on your YouTube channel, but if it doesn't have a good thumbnail or a title, people aren't gonna click on it. And like I said before, you have about 5 seconds to draw someone in, and they are 100% judging a book by its cover. So if it's not good, they're not gonna click on it. This again is where you're gonna need to study the successful people in your niche and see what their thumbnails and titles look like, and see how you can emulate that while putting your own spin on it. All right, we've uploaded our video, we have the thumbnail and title. Now we need to tag our video. This is super important. Tagging your video correctly allows your video to show up next to similar videos as well as in the search results, and this is super important. What I highly recommend you do is download this third-party extension called TubeBuddy. It'll allow you to see how other people are tagging their videos. So again, what you want to do is go and watch people in your niche and how they're tagging their videos, and then just copy those over to your own channel, because that's going to really help your keyword search on your videos. At the end of your videos, you have the option for end screen annotations where you can add a subscribe as well as other video options so people can click on that. And for the few people who do make it 100% of the way through your video, I think you should always add these at the end of your video so you encourage them to both subscribe and watch more content. All right, so you've done everything you need to do. Shot, edited, upload, tagged, everything. You put it out into the world, we're good. It's live. But we're not done yet. Now that it's live, you need to get people to come watch it, and that's the hardest part. As a brand new channel, you're probably not gonna be getting a lot of organic views. That's just the reality. So what you need to do is let the world know that you've started a YouTube channel. Text all your friends that you've started a YouTube channel, encourage them to help share it if they so wish, post to social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Let people know that you started a channel and just put content out. What I like to do is make 15-second teaser videos for my Instagram stories to let people know that I've uploaded a new video, and if they're interested, I'll send them the link. On Twitter and Facebook, I'll put a 15-second to 2-minute teaser video and put the link in the description, and if people are interested, they'll click on the link to watch the full video. This is how you get people's attention, and you're not gonna be getting a lot of people this way, but when they do click on it, that's a new viewer and that's a potential subscriber. So it's really important to just continuously let people know that you're live on YouTube and that you keep uploading content, because people forget and it's easy to forget. So you want to just keep reminding them that you exist on YouTube and that they can watch you there. On that first video especially, just take advantage of the fact that this is your first ever video and people are more willing to share it because you're starting a new thing. So let them know very obviously that you want them to share it, and they most likely will. And the sad reality is you're probably gonna get way more views on that first video because of this than all of your next videos, which kind of sucks, but at least people tuned in. And now you just keep doing it over and over and over again. You shoot, you edit, you upload, and you let people know that you exist. And I think, honestly, too often people get mixed up between quality and quantity. You don't want quantity, you want quality. If you make one video a month, but it's amazing, go for it. I think a good goal for most people to have is one video a week, and that's what I think a lot of creators strive for. If you can do more than that, great, but one video a week is really good. Ugh, my voice. Sorry about that, my voice was getting a little hoarse. I've personally found the best days to upload are between Monday and Thursday because most people aren't watching that much during the weekend, and if they are, they're catching up on the previous week. There is one more thing I want to talk about that we haven't covered, and that's monetization. And the reason why I didn't think it was that important, because it's not. If you're starting YouTube for the sole goal of making money, you're starting for the wrong reasons, and honestly, you're going to fail. You're not going to be making money. The new guidelines for YouTube are you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. And honestly, that's going to take you a very long time to achieve. And once you do, you're still not going to be making money. I make about $65 to $70 a month off YouTube because of that. That's not enough to make a crap ton of money. So don't get into this for the money, do it because you enjoy creating the content you like. If you're interested in the whole money and analytics side of YouTube, I made a whole video about that for my channel. So if you're interested in that, check that out. But yeah, if you're starting YouTube to make money, you're starting for the wrong reasons and it's really not worth it. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you found it helpful. I'm encouraging you to start a YouTube channel because Why not? I would love to hear what you have to say about this. Let me know in the comment section down below if you found any of this helpful. I greatly appreciate that. Feel free to like and subscribe if you did. My name has been Marc Steiner, and I'll see you next time.